So we are here today with Sarah Brooks, who is a member of Trinity, and she is also the leader of the communications team. So we'd like to chat with her today about relationships and communication at Trinity. So thank you for being here, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
What I'd like to first ask you is how you formed relationships with Trinity members when you first came, and then, how that has evolved as time has gone on.
Sure. Well, my husband and I, when we moved back to the Milwaukee area in 2002, we started church shopping, looking around at different churches, and actually visited a bunch of them before we made it to Trinity. And when we came to Trinity, I was actually Pastor Bill at the time who um, connected with us. He called me and then he ended up calling Eric and talked with us. And that next week, he actually put us in touch with, I think, about four other couples at Trinity who were all about similar ages, basically getting ready to, having already started families or getting ready to start families,
Mhm.
um, and very similar stages of life. And actually, a couple of them were still really good friends with over time, the Johnsons and the McDaniels. There was a young adult club kind of at the time that we would get together occasionally. I know we did an Al's Walk. We get together for games, other things, and our kids really have grown up together. I felt so welcomed by people when we came to Trinity that I kind of feel like that's just part of what I do. Part of when I see new families, I welcome them in too. There have been a few different examples, people I've met, that I see them come and I think, oh, I talk to them, just find out about their kids, and I know some of them are still members and everything today.
Well, another question is, now that we're in the global pandemic, certainly the in-person kind of connections that we're used to, we're not doing anymore. So I'm wondering, how are you finding yourself staying connected with people during this time?
I feel like the services every week have been great. We really like the 9:30 online services. We've also done the Zoom fellowship hour afterwards. Sometimes it's fun to get to see people. Our daughter has been going to Trinitines now, and we've started back up with confirmation because I'm one of the small group leaders for confirmation. Like I mentioned, some of my closest friends are Trinity members, and some of us have a book club that we've gotten together over the summer. Um, so I do miss seeing everyone's faces. There's some people that I feel like that's been hard, but really just people commenting on the services and everything just helps you feel some connections, and seeing people, talking to them through Facebook or other things. I I'll be really glad when we can all get back together because that's a huge part of it. But yeah, I feel like we've still been able to keep up some of those connections. Um, I think we've made some good changes with our newsletter, including the recipes and including the profiles of members in the congregation. Just a little more information will help people get to know each other better. As someone who's worked in communications and well, my husband certainly does, I think it's so important that we keep looking for more and more ways to reach people. And people are on social media a lot. And so I love what Pastor is doing, how she does her videos. She does the reading the books. I loved the reading the letters. I thought that's such a cool thing. But I think, and music, I know music is huge. But I think just giving people all these different ways to connect with each other in this day and time when things are so up in the air and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone next year or something. for all of us to have that way to connect and communicate with each other, and in this faith community is so important for mental health, emotional health, and just giving us this safe place where we can all, hopefully grow together, work together, and get through this challenging time.
Thank you very much for answering my questions and providing your unique input. I really appreciate that.
Thanks so much, Sandy.